Have you ever struggled with wanting to lead and make a difference, but you knew it would take so much time that you were unsure you could commit? Many people who consider small group leadership struggle with that very question. Sure, any leadership takes time, but one of the main goals for helping you succeed as a small group leader is for you to find ways to lead that take less time than expected and yield higher rewards than anticipated. That's the reason we spend so much time training on leading discussion effectively, because that's one of the top areas small group leaders can do well with less time and make leading sustainable. The other way is to think about your leadership and the leadership in your group more effectively. Now, if you're thinking, Ross, you just repeated yourself, my leadership and the group's leadership are the same thing. Well, if you think that, then there's a critical flaw in your thinking that makes you vulnerable to not being able to lead long-term and limits your impact as a small group leader. As we alluded to in an earlier session, Jesus defines spiritual maturity as reproducing that which God has put in our lives and other people's lives. Another nuance of that definition of maturity is that our role as leaders is to cultivate what God is doing in other people's lives, encouraging others to grow and lead. Now, what that means is from the very beginning, one of the main goals for you as a small group leader is to share leadership. Sharing leadership not only makes it possible for you to lead better and longer, but it also makes the joy and impact of what you do even greater. One of the main reasons is we all learn and grow better when we have to lead something or teach something rather than just sitting and participating. So that means always have one or two, or in a larger group, 3 or 4 leaders in training. Now, they don't even have to know they are leaders in training at first. I've started developing small group leaders, future church planners, future church staff members, and my successors oftentimes years before they knew what I was doing. And on many occasions, long before they even committed to being a leader. You simply ask people to do a leadership task without asking them to commit to a role. And then you take time to support and encourage them in doing those tasks. If they do it well, enjoy it, grow, then maybe formalize working with them as a formal leader. You can do this with leading a discussion or with planning a group event, or just ask and ask regularly. But also ask people to formally be apprentice leaders or backup co-leaders to you of your group as well. The reality of volunteer ministry leadership is without a leadership team, the ministry is as vulnerable as a job change, a health change, a family crisis taking the leader out, and the whole group falls apart. So we always seek to do ministry in teams because we care about longevity not only for ourselves, but for the group as well. We also recommend that you as a leader don't host the group. In addition to the co-leader or apprentice leader, designate someone as the host for the group. Maybe they open their home each week for the group, or maybe they organize who opens their home or who brings snacks, or if you meet in a public place like a coffee shop or the church, they simply take it upon themselves to organize and plan social things that happen for the group outside of the normal meetings. Now, you may think, but I have the time to lead and host a group in my home. You may, but if you get a couple people in your group going through crisis and you are meeting in your home, those individuals may very well want to talk after each group for an hour or 2. And because the group is in your home, you either have to be rude and kick them out of your home if you have a busy day the next day, or you'll be stuck getting exhausted, staying up with them, going to work exhausted, and eventually you will not look forward to the group. If someone else is hosting the group, you can simply get up and politely say that you need to leave and go home. You don't want to be the one doing all the prep for the group, cleaning your home, staying up till midnight, dealing with a crisis, heading to your work exhausted, and needing to come home the next night and clean up from hosting the group. You do the discussion prep and let the host do the cleaning, the welcoming, the cleaning up afterward. And by sharing the leadership, others in the group will help take care of those in need more if you need to leave, and they can help you out. So the burden for all is lighter and the reward is higher because people get genuinely cared for and encouraged. So take a moment to consider this question, and if you're with others, talk about it. If you are currently in a group, who could you share leadership with? In what ways? If you are starting a group, who are some people you could bring on your leadership team, formally or informally?